Okay, next up, for my dad's Atari 2600, I'm sure I've got a 9-volt power supply kicking around here somewhere. That's 5 volts. I'll just make one, doesn't matter. So I was going to use one of these 3.5 mil plugs, but they've got very, very fine wire on the end, so it's it's too much of a pain. So and I like to use my bench supply, so what I'm going to do, I just had my knife. I'm going to use these banana plugs because I'm going to use my bench supply, and some speaker cable. How long should it be? This long. Okay, some speaker cable, and then, I don't know. These are really terrible. I normally just chuck those and use shrink tube. Oh, what's the word? Shrink tube. Oh my god, totally forgotten the word. Not shrink wrap. Yeah, shrink tube. Anyway, whatever. Or I could use this for the. I might just go with this one. I'll decide, use this one. So it is positive tip, negative barrel. So that'll be negative and that'll be positive in there. So I can use shrink tube for this. Oh, am I running out of 4mm though? I think I might be running out of 4mm. What's that? 10.3mm. Too big. I've got 8mm. 8mm. Oh, I got 4mm. I got 4mm. Let's see how this goes. So the 4mm, I'll probably fit it over that, and then fit it over that, and then cover the whole thing with 8mm, maybe. Also, I don't really like these. I like to use these because these have got glued. These have got glued glue, which really works well. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe I'll speed this section up, hey? Maybe I'll speed this section up. There's no way they're going to fit through those tiny holes, so I'll just lay it. Which is why I need this to go over the top to insulate it. Yep, so I need to put some down there. This glued shrink tube. Oh, that's not the word, is it? Heat tube. Heat shrink. That's the word, isn't it? Yeah. So if I stick it on like that, do it like that, then I should be able to put that over there. Yeah, let's see if that works. Some good old Flux works wonders. I'm trying to solder onto these things. Okay. I'm gonna do that there. Nah, whatever. I'm gonna have to. Okay. Strip it. So it'll go nicely on there. The same length of heat shrink. Okay. Goes there. I'll probably see that you want to make sure the heat shrink is far enough away from here, otherwise it'll start shrinking because of the solder action. Still don't understand why Americans say solder. It's got an L in it. Solder. Right. So if I do that there, I'm thinking I should probably tin it. If I tin that, I need a little bit for that one there. Okay, so if I tin them both, to start with, zoom in, eh? Oh, zoom in on the soldering action, as Americans would say, eh? Soldering. I've got to solder it. I still don't understand. It's got an L in it. Solder. There. Okay. So they are tinned, and now I want to. That is negativo. Just whack that on there. Actually, I should probably put some solder on here as well. Yeah, I know. There we go. Okay. Let's see. How will I do this? There we go. Excellent. Okay. So, do I want to crimp them together? I should really crimp them together, shouldn't I? Let's get some solder on the tip. Okay. How am I going to do this? Okay, that is done. So now, still going to be pretty hot, not too hot. So I want to, yeah, I don't think I'm going to bother. Oh, yeah, no, I'm not going to bother. So I'm going to just crimp the bottom one. Bottom one's crimped. I can stick that over that, and they're insulated from each other. And then I'll put the 8mm over both of them. Stand by. Okay, cover your ears. Make sure the other heat shrink's out of the way. because I've got glue in it. Squeeze the glue. You also want to kind of form it how you want them to be. Now, like that. I think that's okay, isn't it? Not a bad attempt. Okay. Yeah, how much heat shrink do I want? Get that much on. Zoom out. Okay. Still pretty warm. That should be okay. Just don't want to put it on when it's too warm and it starts shrinking before you're ready for it. Okay, so let me stick it about there. Like that, okay. Cover your ears again. Whilst it's still warm, form it up. You kind of want it to be as straight as possible. Squeeze all the glue. There we go. That's the Atari end / ZX81 end. I think that's okay. Not bad. Something only took a couple of minutes. So I could have put the that on, but you know, this is just gonna break anyway. I have tried, you know, putting this on and then heat shrink over the top, but might as well just do this. Just plug it in like that. Now for the other end, it's going to be a bit more difficult. So using these, so they do have a screw, but a grub screw, but I might take the grub screw out and then just solder it in using the Flux again. And the way they go is actually, I think it goes like, yeah, it goes in like that, because you've got the hole down the bottom for the piggyback, so that you've got to push all the way up until it gets to there, or alternatively, yeah, okay, you can just push it in there. Hey, that's much easier. Wow. But okay, yep, so that's cool, but that means, okay, yep, that's doable, but just means you have to remember to put these ends on first. Yeah, okay, that's okay, right, yeah, that's fair enough, that's quite reasonable, yeah, I might just stick some heat shrink there just to stop it splitting further. Some 4mm that I just had. It's probably on the table there, isn't it? That's 6mm. That's 6mm. Stand by. All right, I found the 4mm that was left over. So yeah, I'm sorry I didn't see that, but this is 6mm. This which fits. 4mm, yeah, will fit one, but yeah, 6mm. So I'm just gonna put that kind of there to stop the splitting, and that should be more than enough. Yeah, so I'll do that off camera. Okay, whilst it's still hot, squeeze the glue out, which maybe you can see there. There we go. Let that set. Okay, so do the grub screw a little way. Should probably tin these as well, but they don't actually go in far. Just unscrew it, just there we go. So there is not actually much space in there, so I don't really need to cut that much off. Okay. Right. Tin, but of course also got to remember to put the sleeves on first. Okay, that's done. Now, that goes on that way, it goes on that way, and oh, grub screws come out. There it is. Okay, awesome, excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay. There we go. Just a little bit. Good enough for me. Just need to get that in there. Very fiddly. Probably what I've done before is made it a bit longer and then just doubled it over just so there's more volume in there. Let's see how I go with this. The problem is if you do that, you can't get the grub screw very flush. Okay. Looks okay. Okay, not too bad. Let's do Positivo now. Okay, there it is. Grub screw comes out a little bit. Okay. That didn't hurt at all. Okay. Okay, done. Zoom out. So, probably a bit long, but so I've just made up for my bench supply to ZX80 or Atari 2600. Okay, back to the 2600.